What up? Whoa. What up? So, in this video, I'm doing another DIY because all of you love seeing DIYs. I am doing another tie-dye t-shirt DIY. I did a tie-dye t-shirt for my dad for Father's Day, and I had extra dye, and I didn't want to waste it, so I ended up making other shirts with it. When doing my last shirt, I forgot to film the whole thing. It slipped my mind. So I still put in the clips that I had from it. So yeah, let's get started. So for my dad's shirt, I just wanted to give him a simple, just little twist, like a spiral. So I put it into a spiral shape and added the rubber bands around it. And I wanted to pick a boyish color, so I tried to make a good amount of spaces so I could work out right. So first I added black, and then I added blue, and I kept getting it in the pan, so I wanted to like wipe that up and make sure like it didn't get into any of the other spots. Then I added green, and then I added yellow because there was like a weird amount, so I just wanted to add in yellow to, yeah, because it was the most boyish color that I had that wasn't a girl color, I guess. Then I added blue again and black, and I obviously made a mess. And then I added blue again because I want to kind of keep the same pattern. And then I started doing the other side of the t-shirt and doing all the blue parts at once, so I didn't have to keep taking the cap off and putting the cap back on, because that was a pain in the butt. So I just kept adding the blue to all the spots and making sure not to make a mess. Then I started doing the green, which, as you can see there, I kind of got into the yellow section, but that's okay. That's tie-dye supposed to be messy, right? So I just kept filling and doing the green and wiping off the stuff in the pan so I didn't get it in other places. Then I did the yellow and the black, which the black kind of squirted into the blue too, but that's okay. Then I put it in the bag, and this is the result. Then I want to do like a yin-yang shirt because I seen it and I thought they were so cool. So first you measure out where you want the little dots to be, and then you tie them off, and then you, in like an S pattern, like, you know, go around the dots, you crumple it up, like if you watch my last tutorial like you did with the heart, you just pinch the fabric together, and then you wrap it together with rubber bands. And I didn't want just like no pattern, so I kind of just did a random like scrunch of them together. Then applied all the dye. I did yellow and pink, as you can see, and when you're filling in the dots you want to do them opposite of each other. So I had pink and yellow, so where the t-shirt was going to be yellow, I made a little circle pink, and vice versa. And I was getting it everywhere, and it's kind of hard because I only had a certain amount of dye, so I ended up using both bottles of dye fully on just this project, or just on this t-shirt. I don't know why, but I ended up, it's like, oh, you can make 15 projects. Yeah, I made 3 projects with each time, like that's the amount of dye I had for it. So I just applied it and kept applying it and getting it all over the place. So I ended up where I had to grab the yellow, but I had pink dye all over my hand, so I had to put on a glove. And I just kept filling it in, trying not to get the yellow have pink on it, but that didn't really work. I ended up getting pink on the yellow, but that is okay. You just fill it in. I wanted to use up all the dye, so I just kept squirting it on there, then put it in a bag and rolled it up. This was the result. So then I just didn't know what design I wanted, so I just kind of twisted it and put rubber bands around it and was like, okay, let's just scrunch it and see what happens. And I didn't have a lot of dye, so I just squirted dye on there. I just literally just, no pattern, just started squirting it on it. And then I ran out of dye, and I had to, there's like still some powder left in the bottom of some of them that didn't get dissolved, so I just filled my bottles back up, and that's why some of the blue was lighter. So that's the final project. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make tie-dye t-shirts and telling you how I did them. Even though it was like my first tie-dye DIY video, I still hope you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Click the subscribe button somewhere down here, or if you're watching it on my page, it's going to be somewhere up here, I believe. So don't forget to subscribe. Comment down below what your favorite t-shirt that I made was. my first, my second, or my third. And all my social media links are down below, so if you want them, they're there for you to see. So go click on them and check me out other places other than here. And I will see you all in the next video. That is it. Bye. Peace out. See ya.
It's long past midnight, but we're still the life of the party.